Hey, Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Happy Monday to everybody. Today is Monday, December 22nd, a couple of days before Christmas. And of course, we're still going to do this, right? I had to text. I mean, I knew I was going to do it. I had to
Uh,
text Tiffany to see if she was still on board with it because sometimes, she'd be in transit. She'd be between cities and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, let me. I text her and she said yes. Like, without a doubt. I'm like, okay, we
right?
confident today. We on top today. So okay. So anyway, this is Miss Tiffany English, and for those you who don't know, Mondays on the Daily Check-in with Russell of Hotels are devoted to her. I mean, she's a guest host, and she'll come with the topics and the fire and all that stuff. And I just sit back and say nothing. Okay. So anyway, we're live on we're live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and IG. So we're live on all those platforms. I don't know what Twitch is doing, but hey, you know what? We live on there. Okay. Once again, TikTok kicked me off again. So I guess you got to keep reapplying. Maybe they didn't kick me off. Maybe you have to keep redoing it. Just like I guess I have to do I have to copy and paste the streaming key from Instagram. Okay, so I have to do that and put it here, copy and paste it somewhere, so it will go and it will record. It's live right now. So if you're on Instagram, if you follow me, you should have me. Hey, what's going on? And Tiffany over here, right? So you should have all that, right? So anyway, happy holidays. I didn't mean to be too.
Russell, no one cares. No one. This is why you got kicked off a TikTok because you spending too much time explaining things. You got to be quick with it. You got to have some
Is that what
dancing,
it
some
is?
music.
Is
Yeah,
that what
no
it
one cares
is?
about your
Okay.
streaming key. But
Excuse
no,
me. Hello.
I.
But this was for people that may be trying to do the same thing, Miss Tiffany.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
I
Everything
appreciate
is not
you.
about you. Okay.
I appreciate you. With the platform and making sure that we're out on multiple platforms. So yeah, it makes sense. But thank you.
Yeah. So hey, what's going on? So how was your weekend?
Um, the Bears won, Russell.
Yeah, they did. They won. Yeah, in the convincing. Well, did they have to come back? Yeah, I guess they did have to come back at the end, but they did. They did win.
Russell. Okay, no. Okay, I know we have a show, but let me just take a few minutes because you're acting like it's not a big deal. Let me tell you, as a bandwagon fan, I went and checked the score. It was 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Bears were down 6-16 for Green Bay, and I
Okay,
looked
they
at my
need to come
phone
back.
and
That's what's good.
I put my phone down and I said the Bears have given away the game. And 3 minutes later, they were tied. And 4 minutes later, we had won.
So you
That's
didn't.
pretty
So you
impressive.
weren't watching the game, basically.
Well, I had given up because it was only 3 minutes left. So that just
Okay.
should go to
Okay.
show that you
Okay.
don't.
Okay. Anybody that lives in Chicago should, if they ever see you on, on the street,
Oh wait, no.
they should
No,
cuss you out on site for not even knowing, for not even watching the game. Okay.
no, that's okay because I cheered. I cheered for him. I said, "Oh yeah, go team!" So yeah, we are good. And so mark my words, because what is it? December 22nd. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Yay. All right. I don't think so.
Okay. That's it. I don't want to hear it. So
That's a rather
that's all I wanted
bold
to say about that.
prediction. I mean, they did play. They came back and they beat Green Bay. You're absolutely right. It
Yes.
was a great
Yes.
game. Caleb Williams did show out, and what's his name? DJ. What's DJ? DJ Moore. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the connection on the winning touchdown. But anyway, we don't have to worry about that. We have to go on to that because you don't know what the hell I'm talking about or
No,
who I'm talking about.
I do. I do know those two people. Anybody else on the team, I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know those two people.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, okay. So we're live once again, live on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and IG. And feel free to make your comments at this time or anytime. Not at this time, but feel free to make your comments. The comments or the chat is open, so feel free to do that. Once again,
And
today
we
is Monday, December 22nd. Countdown to the holidays. And yes, we still do this. We're still doing. In fact, I was saying this to someone. They said, "Oh, are you?" And maybe it was you. I don't know. Are you shutting it down for the rest of the year?
I
Or do
did
you have
that.
any work to do? I said, well,
Yeah.
this is the time when you start doing more social media. You're a small business and you're trying to get your message across to people, what you do, how you do it, and who you are, whatever that is. This is the time to do that because more people are watching, more people will look at any social media platforms over the holidays than any other time of the year, right? Because they have more time, they're off, people are looking for things to do, people are scrolling. So
100%. It's so funny. I agree with you 100% because you're at family and you're just like, I'm on the couch just chilling, nothing but time. I completely agree. And that's my whole idea too. And another thing too, I love a good, yearly reflection. You know what, Russell? I feel that it's so funny this year. To me, and I don't know if it's the same with you, it's been like a long, short year. It's like
a long, short year. What does
it's
that
just,
mean?
it's so funny how things that happen in January, because we went to IPAC, we went to Atlantic City. That seems so long ago, but that was this year.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
It
You're right.
seems so because I'm going through, recapping and I'm seeing things pictures, and I was like, wow, that was so long ago, but it wasn't. It was the same year. But I love doing kind of more of a reflection over the year, the people I met, the projects I worked on. It's just been a lot. I think we did a lot this year. I think there was a lot of positivity in events this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're ending 2025. We can confidently say that we can't use the pandemic as excuse anymore for events. We've gotten through that whole wave and the decline. And what I will say is, going forward, there's such an optimistic look of events. There are people that are putting budget towards it. They're planning earlier for events. I'm getting invites to things in February already. I'm like, hold on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I feel like this is a really good time to be in events, honestly. I've been doing this for a while and I see the trends of the up and down and kind of really convincing people why they need to do events or why they need to invest. And now I see that people get it. I see that companies get it. I see that brands get it. I see that they are looking to do more to be top of mind, to expand their brand. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I don't know if you're having that same experience, but I see it as a very optimistic time right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I agree with I guess everything you said. Yeah, I mean, it makes
Yes.
sense. All I said was, all I said is, this is the time to start posting because people have more time. That's all I said.
I know, but I mean, you asked me, what I was doing, and I don't know. I just think
Are you
it's
posting
just
more? Let me ask that. Are you doing more things social media?
I have a plan to.
I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about
Right
in
a second.
January. I'm talking about now. Are you taking advantage of this time when people are watching more?
So my time doesn't really start until like I'm still working today and tomorrow. So my
Okay.
time is not gonna probably start until Christmas Eve, Christmas day after, when I'm actually
Okay.
at home waiting for the food to be done.
Yeah, because we know you don't. Yeah, we just
So
had this.
that's what I think I'm a little bit late. I think there's I have colleagues that have already checked out. They're not even working on Monday. But I still have a few projects that I need to wrap up because I have January events. So
Okay. Okay. Well,
that's what I'm
that's a
saying.
quick turnaround. Time. That's a quick turnaround.
I will be posting more, but I'm just not there yet.
Okay. All right. That's fine. At least you're being honest. Okay. But I can definitely say this about you. You have come full circle because
Really?
January, you were fighting me to do more. But then I asked Miss Tiffany, I said, well, why don't you come on and do this Monday with me? And I think it happened on a Monday. And I just said, hey, why don't you start coming on additional Mondays? And next thing
Yeah.
you know, you're doing it, every Monday. So that's why, Mondays are devoted to Miss Tiffany English. She's a, guest co-host, but she didn't want to do this. She didn't want to do this at all. Right. So
I don't know.
she was just like, against social media. Like it was the worst thing in the world. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, I don't look this way. I gotta make sure my hair's done. Or I gotta do this. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear all that crap. And that's what
Was it
people
that
get.
bad? Oh gosh,
That's
was
what
that bad?
that's how people, talk
Yeah,
themselves out of stuff because
yeah,
they got too many hangups. Can't have no
right.
hangups on social media. You can't have too many hangups. People looking for raw, real, now stuff. They're not looking for, okay, when I get this done, I'm gonna do that. No, we don't need people like that. We don't need people like that. We need the serious people that are serious about their brand, that want to put it out there. And I'm saying, yeah, yeah, that's a right and wrong way to do things, right? You don't want to be
Sure,
out there just doing stuff willy nilly or just doing stupid shit and saying stupid stuff. Like I just said shit. So, you don't want to be out there doing all that unless that's what you
sure,
want to attract, right? But I just think you are in a position to start doing more with your brand. And, sometimes it takes somebody to, twist your arm a little bit. And you finally came around, and that's a good thing. So this was a good thing. This is a good thing, Tiffany.
yeah.
This is a compliment that I am giving you.
I know. I'm so surprised. Look at
Okay.
that. You see me cheesing? Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay.
Look at that
So
from
they
Russell.
don't come often. And it probably will never come again. Okay. So
And it's on camera, so I can refer back to this. But no, I appreciate that. I think you are one of the most consistent people in this, in our industry, that no matter what, I mean, Mondays are great, but you're doing this, every day, right?
Monday,
So
Monday through Friday.
Monday, yeah. So during the week, so consistency pays. But no, I appreciate that because you're right. When I reflect on this long year, January seems so long ago, but you're right. I was fighting it. I was unsure, and I honestly didn't know really kind of where to start or how to start. And this is really good to anyone who else is looking to start. Just and you basically are like, just start. Things don't have to be polished. And I think that was another thing. I was like, oh, my lighting. Oh, I don't, the right room. I was on here out of town. I was in Savannah in a corner of a hotel room. So it's like it doesn't matter where you are. What matters is the content and the expertise that we provide. And I love to talk, uh, but I
Yeah.
think I think
Yeah.
that's concentrate. But to your point, concentrating on your brand and sharing why why you do what you do. So I say that to say if someone else is starting out, just start because that's how why I'm here and that's why this worked. Um, but yeah, I'm really. It's so funny because I didn't really think about it. It's such a regular thing that we're doing now, but in January it was just I had such anxiety about it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But you got comfortable real quick because I'm not going to allow you not not just to be that way. I'm not going to allow you just to be, kind of, standoffish because that's how you were at first. You were barely talking,
Really?
barely engaging,
I don't
but
remember that.
so
I
if you
don't
would,
recall.
okay, just go back. Just all you gotta do is just go back and see how you were. The videos are still there. Just go back
No.
and see how you were and see how you are now. I mean, that's just. I mean, I was just no, I wasn't the same way. So I'm not even gonna say that.
And look, you stuck with me, so that's great.
Yeah, yeah,
Kudos.
no, no. I appreciate you coming on Mondays and giving us your spin on certain things. I'm sure you got something else, some
Yeah.
follow up. But before you get to your follow up, I just want
Okay.
to give a shout out to Hartness Hotel. Okay, Hartness Hotel.
Why does that sound familiar?
Um, it's in Greenville, Greenville,
Yes.
South Carolina. Okay.
Wow.
What's her name? Dang, what was her name? I want to say Andrea. Is that her name? Anyway, my sales manager. She I I emailed her last week. I want to say it was Monday, last Monday. So a week ago today. Okay. And because I was following up on a payment, the last payment of the year for me. Okay, for
Okay.
any hotel, all the groups this was the last one. Well, I hadn't received it. So, make a long story short, I emailed her and said, "Hey, I haven't yet to receive this thing that we talked about in October." Okay. So she said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And she contacted accounting and she emailed me. I said, "Let me know." She goes, "Okay, I'll talk to accounting and I'll let you know when it's going to be." She said, "Cut." When this check is going to be cut. That's what she said. So, so she emailed me back and said, "Hey, good news. The check is gonna be cut today." I'm like, "Okay." But then I emailed after that, "Well, okay, it's gonna be cut today, but does cut and mail mean the same thing?"
Right. Same day? Come on.
I don't know what that meant, right? So I
Right.
said, "Is it going to be mailed today?" I never got a response, right? So I said, "You know what? Let me just wait." I said, "I'm gonna wait to this week," and I was gonna contact her on either Friday or today, right? Well, guess what? Friday rolls around and I got the check.
It
So
was fresh, freshly cut and mailed,
yes,
huh?
yes, freshly cut and mail. Took 4 days, only 4 days to get from Greenville to here. I thought it was gonna be like Pony Express, right?
Oh
So
gosh.
it got and it came regular mail. It wasn't like it was, I didn't request that you do next day. I just said I
Right.
just need the damn check. Put it in the mail. Let
Right.
me know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it got here on Friday. So shout out to them, Hartness. I appreciate you the follow up and appreciated you making it happen. So I'm done for the year. All my money has been collected. This is a good thing. And then also there was something else. There was something else. There's something else. Oh, okay. So a friend of mine, this is, I mean, just so random. Friend of mine calls me and says, "Hey, I know, you're Russell Hotels and this and that. I'm trying to do like a little getaway and all this kind of stuff. Where would you suggest?" He lives here in the Southern California area. And I said, "I don't know, go to Palm Springs area. Like, and I
Yeah.
know some people for Greater Palm Springs, CVB, right? Or DMO. And I just so happened that I was on a like this. Have you done a virtual fam trip? Hello?
No.
Hello?
No.
Hello? Okay.
No.
Check it out. Sam Thompson. Shout out to Sam Thompson.
Okay.
Okay.
I know Sam.
Marketing director at Indian Wells, which is part of the Greater Palm Springs CVB. So anyway, so about, I don't know, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, whatever, there was Sam and then a couple representatives from some of the hotels and DMOs that are in the Palm Springs area. One hotel was the Tommy Bahama Resort. Okay.
Hmm.
Miramonte, Tommy Bahama Miramonte Resort in Indian Wells. That's the name. That's the full name of the hotel.
Okay.
So I happen to, dang, I don't know why I can't remember his name, but anyway, I emailed him and asked him, or actually I sent a message on LinkedIn. I said, "Hey, I have a friend that's coming that's interested in going to Palm Springs, and I recommended your hotel because of the virtual fam, right?"
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, because they showed pictures and he talked and things like that, and they talked about all the things and going on in the Greater Palm Springs area, and this was one of the hotels that was represented. And I said, "Yeah, so this guy wants to come there. My friend of mine wants to come here. Can you? All I did was ask for like an industry rate. Can you give him a discounted rate off? Because I knew what the rates were. They were in the 200s. And I said, can you give me like an industry rate or whatever? Because he would have been happy. I mean, he would have paid the 200 if he had to. But you always
Sure.
want to, if you're Russell Hotels, you always want to get a little discount, something. Give me,
Something, right. Of
a
course.
little something, something, right? So he ended up yeah, he emailed me back. He, got me in touch with the person that was making the reservation and all this kind of stuff. And then when I got the reservation, like the what do you call it? The confirmation number, it had my name on it, right? And I said, "Well, no, I didn't need, and I didn't tell him what the guy's name was. I don't know why I didn't just put all that
Right.
in the email, but I
Okay.
didn't, right? And then I
Hmm.
remember, oh shoot, I can't. It's not for me. It's for him. So I emailed the lady over the weekend, and I said, "This is the guy's name. Can you change the name on the resume? Thank you so much. Everything looks good, but I just need you to have his name on there." And as we're doing this, I just got an email saying that name has been changed. You're all set and everything. And that's for this week. It was for the 24th out to 26th. So shout out to Tommy
Yes.
Bahama Miramonte Resort. I appreciate what you guys did. That's in the Greater Palm Springs area. That's in Indian Wells, California, right? So yeah, so shout out to them. So that's what that's the thing that I like, that people, they respond to emails, they follow up, and that's a good thing, right? And this is what happened, right? So this is what
Yeah.
happened, right?
And look at you, you're raving about it. And now you got me excited about it. So now I'm about to look it up. So I mean, man, let me tell you, it pays to just be good people, good customer service, good, because now
Yes.
I'm like, wait, who are these people?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Exactly. I just have to
yeah.
remember dude's name. I can't Why can't I remember dude's name? I mean, he
Because you know how you are with names.
obviously.
You know how you are. That's why.
Well, I know the lady that took care of it. Her name is Tasha. I know
All
that.
right, Tasha.
So shout out to Tasha, Lady
Yeah,
T.
okay. All right, T. I'm gonna hit you up. I can go to Palm Springs.
Yeah, just
But
call T Tasha at Tommy Bahama Resort, Tommy Bahama Miramonte Resort in Indian Wells, California. There you go. Boom.
okay,
I said it. Okay,
I
what's
love
going on
it.
with you?
Wait. Now you can't throw all that information out and not expect me to ask questions. One, okay, so you did all this because you attended a virtual fam.
Hmm.
Details, please, because I'm like, how are we
Oh,
doing this
what you
fam virtually?
I never told you this.
No. Now
Okay,
how
okay.
and how was it unique? I mean, because was it a virtual fam or was it just like a webinar? Like what makes it a virtual fam?
Well, I guess a virtual family, they're showing, they didn't show like the video of, Palm Springs and the hotels and all the DMO or anything like that. But
Hmm.
there's still pictures. They did put some photos up there, but there's representatives from Tommy Bahama,
Okay.
um, the Greater Palm Springs, CVB, and then who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? And a DMO. Again, I can't remember the DMO's name either, but the DMO. So it was three entities, and basically it was maybe 10 people on this call, and
Hmm.
people that either have done business in the Palm Springs area, or people that are looking to do business or whatever. And I think it was sent out to a lot of people, but maybe only 10 people actually responded to it. But it was like a Zoom call kind of thing. So you can see all
Yeah.
the players who were there. They can see you as well. And what they did was, which was unique, I thought it was kind of cool. They mailed out, because okay, so Sam Thompson is my rep for my DMO rep for Indian Wells. Okay, so he's the director of marketing of Indian Wells. So Indian Wells is a destination within the Greater Palm Springs area, because Palm
Okay.
Springs is what you know, right? But
Yes.
there's Palm Desert, there's Rancho Mirage, there's Indian Wells, there's all these different Cathedral City, there's all these different desert cities that make up the Greater Palm Springs area. Okay, so
Okay.
La Quinta is there too. La Quinta has a great big resort there as well. So all these make up the Greater Palm Springs CVB. So within that is Indian Wells. So Sam Thompson, who I know, and I think you probably met Sam or seen him before. I
Yeah,
know
he does sound familiar. I didn't
yeah.
wasn't he at IMAX?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He,
Yeah. Definitely.
hi,
He's at the
Sam.
Palm Springs booth at IMAX. So
Yeah.
so he sent me an email. I mean, one day says, "Hey, we're doing this virtual fam," and I didn't know what a virtual fam. I'm like, that sounds interesting, and I had time to do it. It maybe last for about, I think it was less than an hour, 45 minutes to an hour or
Yeah.
so. You were able to answer questions or whatever. And they just talked about different things within the Palm Springs area, things to do or whatever. And I thought it was kind of cool. And what they did, the thing that got me though, they sent out, they asked for everyone's address, right? So they mailed you, what was it? It wasn't martinis. Okay. Make your own martini. Okay. It was from Tommy Bahama Resort. Okay.
Okay.
So it was packaged Tommy Bahama. You open it up and it had two, some liquor and a mix together.
Okay.
One was one was a, like, I guess, a virgin one, and one was full of alcohol. Okay, so
Okay.
with glasses, okay,
Yes.
everything. So it was a box about yay big, had two glasses in there. So if you had somebody with you, you could have your little drink. Well, I had my drink, I think, at the same time that we were doing the virtual fam. I think that
Of
was the whole thing.
course.
That
Of
was the thing, right?
course.
So you're enjoying your cocktail or
Oh
mocktail
man.
during the
Hmm.
same time. So that's some memorable stuff. See, I mean, you don't forget stuff like that. right? Am I
Didn't
right?
we talk? Didn't we talk months ago about the creativity and top of mind? Yeah, because I wasn't even at that event, and I'm gonna remember that.
Ah, that's what
I
I'm talking
mean,
about.
a cocktail as you're, as you're viewing. Oh man, see,
See, that's what I'm talking about. See,
it's
stuff
that.
like that is memorable. It
Yes,
it
it is.
it makes you remember not just the whatever you had the mocktail, but you're gonna remember the destination. You're gonna remember the players at least. Well, I remember Sam, and and led to Tasha. That's what I remember, but I can't remember the other players' names. But that's okay, right? I can get those names for you if you want to, if you need them.
Uh,
But it was just a unique thing, and it just leads me to say other people can do that. Other
right,
brands can do that. It
right,
doesn't take a lot to do. Yeah, they had to ship this stuff out. Yeah, whatever. There's some costs, even if it's virtual. There was still some costs that were involved in it. But I think it was money well spent. It wasn't a lot of money, right? And it made a big impact. A little money made a huge impact, at least on me. Okay, so I don't know what the other people how they took it and how they responded to it, but I'm still talking about it. And this was 2 months ago.
yeah. And you're bringing them business because of it, because it was on your mind. You're like, wait, I do know
Exactly.
someone from this area.
You said it. You said top of mind.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the thing. Top of
oh yeah.
mind. It was top of mind, and I'm like, you know what? This is cool, and I'm gonna talk about it as much as I can. Hey, shout out to these people real quick. I'm sorry. Dang it. What did I just do?
Did you
What did I
delete?
do? Okay, shout out to Marsha, my sister, I Club Love, I Club D Love, Benny Smith. What's up, Benny? I already said Marsha. Jamela Jackson. What's going on, Jamela? And then Try and Pie It. Try and Pie It. Okay. That's from the old school.
Okay,
That's the guy,
look at that.
from Blythe Beat Town in the house. But so oh man, that was a good one. So if you don't follow Jamila, you need to follow Jamila Jackson. Follow
Jamila
Jamila
Jackson.
Jackson on
Okay,
Instagram. Follow
okay.
her on IG. She's
Jamila
big
Jackson.
time PR, you know, in that whole entertainment bubble. I mean, she's out there. Okay. So she's out there. Jamila Jackson.
Jackson.
Jamila.
Okay. Find you,
Jamila.
Jamila.
Anyway, anyway,
Cool.
so okay, so what's going on with you? Okay, I
Well,
didn't talk.
talking about you never. You're quiet on these things. You're never quiet. You talk just as much as I do.
I
Just
don't even know
as
what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking
exactly.
about. But you know what? Keep talking. I gotta get my iPad. Keep talking, okay?
So
Oh,
you always do this. Keep
and roll
talking and
tide, roll tide.
grow tight. Like I'm supposed to be talking to myself. That's not how this works here. But again, shout out to all the CVBs, all the DMOs, all the hotels that are actually putting in time and effort to make sure that they are top of mind to us planners. Because something like that, a virtual fam, how great would that be after a follow up, after a conference with planners? And I always talk about that 10 to 12-minute appointment time that you have where you can't even retain information. So instead of trying to overtalk everyone and get as much information as possible during these appointments, how cool would it be to be like, hey, if you want more, we're having a virtual fam, in a couple weeks. Can I put you on the invite list? Or
Mm,
getting, adding them into, and then just starting that relationship funnel. Ooh,
mm,
ooh. Why
mm.
not use conferences as a relationship funnel where you're, instead of, bombarding with information and this and that, do you have an RFP? Do you have an RFP? And I'm like, I don't even
Mm.
know who you are. Why would I have an RFP for you? Instead, getting, starting that, nurturing that relationship and telling us who you are and saying, you know what? I know it's distracting here, but in 2 weeks we have this going on and I can really share my property.
Mhm.
I can really
Mhm.
share what it looks like and answer any of your questions. Especially
Mhm.
for people that are interested, and you're like, hey, I've heard about your property. Tell me more. Well, actually, let me invite you to this virtual fam. You know, um, I want to see more brands do this next year. You know, like I said, I went on a whole long tangent about, events being so optimal next year, but so should the marketing techniques, so should the branding, so should the creativity. We need to make more of an impact, because there's just so much competition now. How are you kind of wading through that competition?
Yes,
You know what I mean? How
you're
are you being
absolutely
top of mind? I mean, we could say that all day long. You have to be top of mind, but what are you doing to do that?
yeah.
How
What
are
are you
you?
doing? And some people don't even know what that mean. They don't like what does top of mind mean. You know what I mean?
Okay, you know what? You're in the wrong business if you don't know what top of mind means and you're like a
I'm
sales
just
manager.
saying. I'm just
No, 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 no,
saying.
no.
Some people don't know. Some people, if you don't use things like we use and put things out there, sometimes people, maybe they don't think like that. I don't know. I mean, and that's unfortunate if you don't. But anyway,
Yes.
like real quick, let me just okay. I had to get my iPad because I need to mention some names, right? So from that fam trip, okay. So you had Michelle Stansfield, who's with Terramar DMC. Okay, you have
Okay.
Joseph Flores. That's my dude at Tommy Bahama Miramonte Resort. Okay, so shout out to Joseph Flores. I appreciate you helping me out. And then I already mentioned Sam Thompson, but yeah, so Sam Thompson, Michelle Stansfield, and uh, Joseph Flores. Those are my contacts there. And then I already mentioned Miss the Tasha. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys' help. Okay, go. You run with it, lady. You run.
No, you got me looking up Tommy Bahama. I thought it was a store. I know
Well,
we
Tommy
used to have a.
Bahama, the resort is off the, it's of course it was owned. It's probably the name is from the Tommy Bahama, the store, the men's
That's
store or whatever.
yeah. So I mean, I just didn't know they had a resort. Now I'm like, okay, let me find out. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list. But okay, so can we continue with this top of mind thing? Because now you got it on my mind. Let me ask you this. Speaking of top of mind, how many holiday emails have you gotten from our hotel partners, EMCs? Have you gotten happy holidays? Have you had any?
I, yeah, I've had some, and not. I mean, it's not an overwhelming amount that you would think
Yeah,
you would get more. But
right.
I'm getting more from international destinations and hotels than I am here from in
I
the United States.
I've had
And
some
those
hotels
are
as well.
those are
Yeah.
people I met with at what is it called, SMU
Yes.
conference earlier this year.
That's so funny. I feel like were they at the same meeting that they were like, "Hey, we got we got to do our holiday outreach." I'm getting stuff too from like Greece and Portugal.
Mm,
Like I'm like,
mm.
okay, all right. I say that to say I've getting some emails, but let me tell you, this is my Russell. Look at this, my first holiday card, physical in the mail.
All
Shout
right.
out to Sheraton in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
You know, my guy Barry, and then they all signed it. I mean, it's a cute little card, but how often are you getting cards in the mail? But
Nah,
I want to
you're not.
say Barry emailed me and was like, "What's your address?" And I was in the middle of something. I didn't even ask questions. I'm like, "Here you go." But I say that to say it's so easy to reach out to people that you've worked with over the year, or wanting to work with. I mean, people always say, there's an excuse for everything, right? I don't have their address. I don't know how to reach them. I'll give you my address all day. I'm looking for
Yes.
something in the mail. But the only hotel partner, and mind you, we have we don't have anything scheduled yet. I'm working on it. I did stay at the
Mhm.
property this year, and I do appreciate it. But I was looking like, wait, what happened to all the people I worked with this year? They have my address. So I'm feeling a certain type of way, like for the people I work with and gave business to, crickets.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so when we talk about top of mind, we talk about it. It really works, and we really do remember who does what and who doesn't do what.
Yeah, and that
You
that's
know,
that's yeah, I mean, that's the easiest thing to do, right? And
it's
that's the thing that gets me is that we get all these email addresses, physical addresses, all
yeah.
these things, and but not everyone is doing it. I mean, everybody's gotten so far away from connecting with people. It's just it seems to be ridiculous. Hold on one second. We got a chat somewhere. Is there a chat? No,
Oh, is
it's
there?
not. No, I thought it was. It was something from. Anyway, I'm nothing. I'm sorry. I got excited. I
Okay.
thought I saw the little thing pop up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, I just think, like you said, it's so simple. It was just a card, but it's such a, the fact that you took the time to reach out.
Exactly. It's the
And I
little things that
remember
make a big difference. The little things make a
it's
big
so,
difference.
it is. And
And
again,
if you're
shout
not
out
sending out
Sheraton. So
cards,
Sheraton Suites, Fort Lauderdale at Cypress Creek. And I am working on putting, so you have a 2026 program that would be ideal. And when I tell you I already know the service is going to be great. I've talked with Barry. He supports IPAC, so he supports independent planners.
mm,
Very transparent in conversations. When I was there, we had lunch. But that's an example of that nurturing relationship. You know what I
mhm,
mean?
yeah,
I think I've known him maybe a year now, and I'm sure you have, like you said, you have Sam, you have people, your salespeople that you've known, but that relationship kind of progresses over time. And I'm just really shocked that more hotels don't do it, especially ones that want that repeat business, or that hotels that, they have a program for you and they're like, hey, all you have to do is, hey, thanks for the program, and let me know what you have next year. Or I'm just I'm just surprised that there's not more
I
out there
I
doing that.
you know what? I agree. I think we talked about that before, or maybe I talked about it after we had discussed it last Monday. I think I know I did one of my daily check-ins, talking about asking for business. When's the best time to ask for business?
Well,
Well,
yeah, yeah,
it's when they're there and
yeah,
everything is going well, right? Everything's
right.
going great, and there'd be no reason for them not to rebook that, right? But yeah, so we talked about that last week. But I mean, it's true though. It's true. I mean, take advantage of those situations.
But the holidays are just such an easy way. So another example, it wasn't a physical card, but I got a simple email from my Marriott account rep that she sent a digital Christmas card with her family. And she says, hey, I just wanted to share, my family. And I love it because I secretly love to be updated on people's families that I've never met. So I'd be like, oh, that's your daughter. She's so cute. Oh my God, is she in college now? So it's something about that human connection that I just thought it was great. It was nothing other than that email to say, hey, I just wanted to send you a card. And now I feel like, wow, she thought, hey, I'm thinking of you type thing. It wasn't anything
Yeah,
about what can we do and do you have an RFP and yada yada. It was simple,
exactly,
touch point.
exactly,
It was a simple touch
exactly.
point that I'm
Yeah,
going to remember. And then, in conversation, if she brings up her daughter, I have a visual and I just thought it was a really great family. And like to your point, it's so small. I think a lot of times, and I'm just projecting because I don't know, but maybe, these brands are like, I have to have this major budget to do something to make impact. I can't afford to do this.
to
I can't
send a
afford to take everyone
to
to
send a
lunch.
card, a greeting card.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's that
Excuse me,
small. It's that
getting
small of
choked up.
detail that will connect with us. And I think sometimes we get this bad rap that we have to be wined and dined before.
Oh well, no. Where would they get that from? Oh my God, where the hell would they get that from?
We have
Tiffany,
to be wined and dined before we give up our business.
Tiffany, where would they get that from? Where would they have heard that
I
from?
don't know.
Oh my God,
It's
yeah,
shocking.
that's why you're laughing because yeah, some
But no,
people.
but real talk, like to your point, it is the small details. And I think the the intent is weighs so much more than actual gifts, because you don't want something that's just, even if they were to send a gift and it's like, this doesn't even connect with me, or it's lackluster, or it's something that just,
Well,
you
then
know
just send a
doesn't
card.
matter.
Then you don't have to
Well,
go
that's my point. it's
because
it's
this
that
is the thing.
small, that
Yeah,
small of a thing.
you don't have to. It's the what's they say. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
It's the thought. So just put something in the mail and just send it because people get even the email. I'm not even getting a lot. Like I said, we are talking about this, but I'm not even getting a lot of emails like "Happy Holidays" or whatever. I sent. I don't know if you saw mine, right? I sent out. Uh,
Um,
you didn't see what I sent. I don't know if it even went to you. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I
did you
didn't send it to
email
you.
me?
But I
Oh,
put it on LinkedIn. But I put it on LinkedIn. Right. It was on my LinkedIn page. I just said "Happy Holidays" from Russell
oh, it
Hotel.
did.
Something
You sent
real
it.
simple. Yeah, I mean, we have so many tools that we don't have to leave our desk if we don't want to, right? To
Well, I
do
will say, you know, if you are going that route, make it personal. Like I get the holiday, company newsletter, but that doesn't count. That's just regular,
okay, well,
an email
then
campaign.
make it personal. Then do
No, that's
that.
what I'm saying. I'm saying
Yeah,
I like the personal touch, and it goes along with like I just want to be appreciated, whether it's my business, whether it's the relationship, and that's what I'm saying. That small token, um, and it's funny too because I was working with a hotel partner, and they sent a survey, and I filled it out, and one of the responses was something that happened where I just felt like our business was not appreciated. So it's like you don't want the opposite to happen. You want your clients to feel like they're not appreciated. So
not at all.
yeah.
Not at all. So, like I said, it's not a huge investment you have to make. And I guess if you're thinking about it now, is way too late. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure there's
Well,
people like,
New
oh my
Year.
God, I should have said this, I should have done that. Well, I mean, you have New Year's, yeah. I mean, you can
Yeah,
still
you
do
have
it. I
New
guess you can
Year.
still do it, but
Absolutely.
is it an afterthought? But these are things that should be in their plan, their marketing
Yeah.
plan. It's
And
part of marketing,
ongoing.
part of branding, right? It's not selling, it's
Yeah.
branding and marketing. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
branding is a part of marketing, just like sales is, right? So within this industry, we're so used to this selling, selling, selling. And we forget about the biggest piece is the marketing because when you're not in front of somebody, what do? You have to send your brand out there. You have to market yourself, whatever
Yeah.
that is, right? So, I mean, and that's why I do this stuff, right? Because I don't want people to forget who I am, right? I want to
Yeah.
be able to tell people, let people know who I am, what I do, and how I can help them, right? So that's where this whole Russell of Hotels, this daily check-in, this on air with Russell of Hotels came from, because I wanted to be able, even if I can't be, what is it, having a presence without being present.
Oh, look at
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Did you guys hear me?
I,
Is this thing on? So I mean, that's what it's all about, right?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I use social media. That's how I use it. That's why I use it. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some one-offs and I do other stuff, but that's for the most part, that's what it is. It's trying to get your brand out there, let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And what reinforces that are the cards, are the calls, all those things that we should be doing also. That just reinforces it. I'm not saying that this takes the place of direct selling or face to face or doing one on one appointments. No, it doesn't do that. But what happens when you're not there? When you couldn't make that IPEC or IMAX or Destination Southeast, you can't make it. Okay, now what? Is that it? That's just like, oh, well, we didn't make it, so no big deal. Or move on to something else. No, you can still. There's still opportunities for you to put yourself out there. But that's the thing. You have to put yourself out there.
Right.
That's it. So and like I said, sometimes so you got to be comfortable with it. I understand, but if you're in a sales position, I'm just going to throw this out here. If you're in a sales position at a hotel or a destination, aren't you putting yourself out there anyway? You're
Yeah.
putting yourself out there for rejection, possible rejection, right? So
Right.
we're already doing that. Let's take it a step further and invest in ourselves and put stuff out there. I mean, like on a platform like this or whatever. And that's why I do what I do, because guess what? Just where Tiffany's sitting right here, where is she sitting right here? Over here? Okay. You could be right there. You could be right there. You could be
Oh.
a guest. Not take you
Yeah.
off.
I
I'm
know. I
s-
was like, wait a minute. You replace me?
I'm
What
s-
is? You got cut.
not yet, but I'm interviewing next year. No, I'm joking. But no, what I mean,
Don't
on
make me.
the On Air with Russell of Hotels, I have guests that come on there. That's on Tuesdays, right? So Tiffany's only devoted on Monday. I got
Thank
4
you.
of the
Okay.
days. Okay, it's 4 of the
Phew.
days.
Well,
Oh
okay, and it's
boy.
funny you say that because I have been in those conversations on your side when you have, offered for people to share your platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to call anybody out, but like how many of those people just don't take you up on that? And I just find that interesting because I mean, I see the opportunity. I see you giving someone else the opportunity. And I've even heard that, yeah, I'm going to reach out. And then
I,
nothing.
you know
So
what? I'm not. You know what?
it's,
I'm thinking about some people now. Now that you mentioned that, I'm
I know,
thinking about
I'm not mentioning
some
any names, but
specific people.
what I will say about just coming on here as a guest, you're leveraging someone else's platform and audience. I mean, you can't get any better, easier than that. You don't even have to. I mean, you do have to show up like early on time, or you will, Russell will yell at you. But I will say that it's simple. You literally come in and based on, the topic, you're having a conversation. So why wouldn't you take anyone up on their offer to speak? I just don't understand that because I've seen you extend offers to people and I've yet to see them
Mm,
on here. I'm just
wow.
saying.
Wow. Wow. See, I didn't have to say it. I didn't have to say it this time. You said it. So thank
So,
you.
but
Thank
it
you
is
for
what it
saying
is.
it.
And it's funny how like that doesn't stop us from doing what we're doing. That doesn't stop
Mm-mm,
you from doing your daily
mm-mm,
show. So you just keep it
mm-mm,
moving. But we are
mm-mm.
Russell, we a lot of times give a lot of really great gems that and a lot of this is no cost, because I mean budgets are crucial, you
Yeah,
know,
you're right.
there's really no excuse because you're not even investing in anything. You're just
You're right.
using social media.
You're right.
Um and it's just the
You're right.
easiest thing to
And you just said it. You're using someone else's platform. Someone else that invited you to come on. Now, invitations will eventually stop, right? So,
ooh, ooh, shots fired.
or they will start. Well, I mean, it depends on how intense you want to be on the show. What's the next step? I mean, one thing is to come on and talk, right? Just to have
Yeah.
just a quick little conversation. It's not an interview, conversation. But the next step is ongoing marketing and branding for your hotel or your DMO or whatever your hospitality entity. So I mean that this is just a step. Just coming on to talk is just a step. I mean, you have to continuously do things. So if I thought, back in 2019 when I started this, that doing one show was going to be that's it, right? Oh, one show and I did it. Oh, and now I'm getting all the people know who I am, or whatever. I'd be sad. I'd be sadly mistaken. That'd be the biggest mistake, right? It's a You have to be intentional about it. You have to continuously do it. It's not a one and done. Okay, it's never going to be a one and done. So that's why I'm now up to for the show On Air 323 shows. Okay, I think tomorrow would be 324. Now if I added all the daily check-ins I did with what I currently do with along with On Air with Russell of Hotels, it'd be at least I think I look at it one day, figured it out. It's like 1100. 1100 times I've been on.
Wow.
And you always remember this. It's not for the people that know what you do, it's for the people that don't know what you do.
Hmm.
Because I'm not sending it out. I'm not doing this stuff for Tiffany. Tiffany already knows what I do, right?
Right.
I'm doing it for people that don't know. Okay. I'm doing it for, let's see. Let me name some people here. Let's see. I don't know. Benny Smith may not know what I do. Or Tryon Pyatt. I mean, he knows me, but does he know what I do? Or Kaya Girl, one. Does she know what I do? You know what I mean? Stony
Yeah.
Vince Promo knows what I do, right?
Hey.
Yeah, but so
I know her.
everybody iClub D Love may not know what I do. So that
Right.
is for those people, right? That's why I do it. Okay. Marsha
Right.
already knows. My sister knows what I do. Okay. So Jamila knows what I do. So There you go.
Well, I want to point out one thing that you told me earlier when I was starting out. And I think another thing too, and it was like, no one's gonna watch, no one's watching, and you were like, you just don't put it out there. You don't know how many people are gonna watch the replay. You don't know when it's gonna come up. You don't know. You just do it without watching who's coming on live. I mean, you made a good point about most people are coming in watching the replay, and that is a true statement. I have seen that. I have seen a lot of people refer back to it, and I want to take the time to shout out to all the people, CVBs, everybody that would mention, hey, I watched the show. I remember I was at Destination Southeast, and they're like, hey, I'm like, what show? Because, it gets to a point where we're just doing, like you said, we're just doing it, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes we don't know who shows up and watches the replay. I mean, you see who's watching now.
Yeah.
And I remember that first time, I think it was Josh from the Memphis CVB.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he just casually said, hey, I caught that he was like something about, maybe we were talking about Top of Mind or something. And he referenced it. And he was like, yeah, I watched the show with you. And he was on here a few weeks ago commenting. So
Yeah.
shout out to him. But there have several people that would, pull me aside and say, hey, I heard the content. So that kind of gave me that, wow, that Russell is right. Russell is right. Which, no, I have no problem admitting to, because, you are an OG in the game. So
there you go with this OG stuff. Okay,
I know,
are you trying
right?
to say old? What are you trying to say?
Oh, you know what? You do make a point to say how long you've been in the hotel business. So it's so you were an OG. You are an OG.
Are you saying old? Because OG means original. Okay, so you can be original and not be old. What are you trying to say?
I didn't say you were old. You're taking it that way. I'm taking it as
You're an OG, an old G.
You just said it. It doesn't mean old. That's how I'm taking it.
Okay.
Anyway, no, but I
gotta ask, because you said this the other day and you kind of like laughed and you chuckled. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's okay to say, "Oh, you're OG," but
you know what? And the only reason
you weren't even chuckling, you were rolling. So
but honestly, the only reason I make notice of that is you explain some things, especially, the relationships about when the back in the day, the sales training, and I compare that to now. So I just imagine that, like, you were, the OG. You were in the hospitality industry where it was just a different time. And I just need to make that note, because there are certain that I wish I could, be on the receiving end of that.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. I'll you know what? I'll accept that. That's fine. I am an OG. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm one that's able to, I mean, yeah, definitely can tell you how it was in my day. Now, there's people that around that were even longer than me, right? But how do you compare? Basically, I'm just trying to bridge the gap between when I came up and in this generation now, because we didn't have social media to deal with, right?
Yeah.
So we had to be engaging, and that's calling people, being in front of someone. I mean, we still did the trade shows and the conferences and things like that. Now, those things have taken it to another level too, because the one-on-one appointments weren't a thing back then, not like they are now. Okay, so now it's we still have to do those things. We have social media, so we have more tools to use in order to get things across to people, or our brand, or be top of mind, or however you want to put it, right? But we're not using them. And the hospitality industry, for whatever reason, will be the last one to totally, fully embrace it. And that's just how it is. But the technology has never been a strong suit in the industry. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'll just say this: before COVID, that whole virtual check-in and everything, where you can check in through the app, that was already in existence. Okay, they started pushing it during COVID, right? But it was already in existence. just like the QR code menus. You go to a restaurant and you see the QR code or whatever. That stuff was before COVID. It's just that
Yes.
when COVID came, people weren't coming to restaurants, but we still wanted them to order. So hey, do the QR code and do it virtual.
Yeah.
This stuff
Yeah.
already existed. Those tools are already there, but because of what happened, things became heightened. Like, okay, this is it. Oh, they did this. Oh, this is great. No, this shit already existed. It's just that they weren't pushing it. They weren't, and that's the thing that gets me. They weren't pushing it. They're not advertising. They're not promoting it. Even now, I mean, you would think that Marriott and Hilton, and I mentioned them because they're the biggest, and they were probably the first ones that come out with the virtual check-in and all that. But they're still not even really advertising that or pushing that, right? So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I mean, I can go on and on and on. But yeah, so
Well,
yeah, I
okay,
am the
for
OG
me,
when it comes to that.
I don't use virtual check-in because sometimes I want to talk to my front desk person to see if
You
I can.
never, yeah, you're a different kind of person, Tiffany. Okay, you're a different
I like the
man.
relationship of talking to someone when I check in,
You're
but
a
I hear
different
you.
breed.
I
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
You're a different breed. I mean, there's
I'm
a
a I am a different breed that gets the job done because
okay. Go ahead, man.
my issues make sure that you are in the right venue and hotel for your event. And when I tell you I will check it and ask 200 million questions to rest assured that okay, that's
Yeah,
what you get. All
they would
right.
hope the people would hope you do the virtual check-in. The front desk would hope that you do because I'm sure you come up there with questions galore.
I don't come up with questions galore. I just be like,
You
well,
take forever to check in. I've watched you like
is
check
my
in.
room facing this?
Yes,
No, no.
yes, yes,
Look,
yes.
let me tell you, I've had some great rooms because of it. So
Well,
I'm not going to change my
okay,
ways.
okay, okay. No,
I
do,
hear you.
do you? Do
What
you?
I do despise
We will get
now
started.
is the virtual site tour because that just does not do it for me. But hey,
Yeah, yeah,
hey.
that
I
takes
mean,
a little bit
I
of.
like the idea of a virtual site tour. Just the tool
Oh yeah,
itself, it just does not that click in, click in. It doesn't work for me. But I I hear you. I feel like there could be more done to use the social media. All you have to do, and I've seen it done with a couple hotel properties. They have a YouTube channel. He sent me a link because he was trying to explain something. They utilize their garage parking as this exhibit hall. And I was like, I can't even visualize this. Wow, there's parking. It's outside. It's weird. He was like, let me send you a link. I got the link and I was like, oh, now I get it. So
okay.
it's just that
Was it something
simple.
you would use? Was it something you would use?
Maybe, well, it was set up for an exhibit hall, and it was very creative. How if they didn't have enough space in their ballroom, they had extended space in their parking lot that they turned it, and they they put a floor topper in there. They insulated it. They built it out.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't work for something because I don't need anything that has exhibitor space. But
Hmm.
I just thought it was fascinating. I like the idea that they had a LinkedIn. I mean, they had a YouTube channel, and it was a
Okay.
simple link that
Yeah.
I myself, and all it was a what do you call it? Those rapid videos. What do you call it? That fast forward video. So like in 10 seconds, you saw the build out of this exhibitor
Like
space.
a time lapse.
Time lapse. See, I knew you. I knew it. I knew
That's what I do. That's what I
Um,
do. Yeah, what I
but
do.
my whole point was like, and then that was YouTube. So, if you're a company that's like, oh, our social media, we're not talking about get on and do a TikTok. I mean, if you can, if you want, but if your company doesn't allow you to be, social, okay, a YouTube, anybody can get on YouTube. YouTube is
Yeah, yeah.
anybody's,
Anybody can
company.
do it.
Everyone's on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
So hey, LinkedIn. So, don't sit there and say, oh, well, we can't do social media or, oh, our computers won't allow us to get on Instagram. Yeah, they probably don't. But there's so many other there's so many other avenues that you can do. And the fact that, simple link. And then honestly, you can answer a lot of questions. So if I'm saying I have 200 questions, it's because I can't see what you're giving me. So
No,
give me
you're
the
right.
information.
You're right. I'm just joking, Tiffany. Okay, but yeah, no, especially like you said, a space that's like you really can't explain, and then I'm sure that him explaining it to you didn't give it justice. When
It
you
really did.
saw it, it was like, oh my god,
Oh,
this is,
I
yeah,
know.
this is
Okay.
okay. I get it now. I
Yeah.
get it now. But yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes people cannot explain it well. You need the visual, so you
Yeah.
need the link to the visual, whatever, the visual diagram. So
Right.
yeah, yeah, no, I get it. There's this place in Long Beach. I mean, speaking of that, that's funny you should say that. This place in Long Beach. Okay, it's Long Beach CVB sells it. It's called the Cove. Well, what it is this outside space, and it's under a like an overpass, like a road goes over it. There's a building over here, and this is it makes a cover, right? It makes a like a barrier or whatever. So it was space that's not being used, and they turned
Mhm.
it into this. I mean, if you just drove by there, walked by there, you would think nothing of it. But when
Okay.
you throw some food trucks, you throw some green carpet out there, you do your
Yeah.
DJ over here, you got food over there, entertainment. I mean, it looked like a damn club. But like, if you throw some lights in the right place, it's like an outside nightclub. I'm like, this is crazy. This is
Wow.
absolutely crazy. It's called the
Okay.
Cove in Long Beach, and they sell that space for some of their groups to do something different. It's outside. It's not in a
Yeah.
building. It's outside. Um, but it's just this unique experience. I thought it was the most creative thing I've ever seen. I'm like, wow, this is, and
And
I've been to like maybe 3 or 4 events. Oh, it's going to be at the Cove. You know where that is? And they're trying to explain it. I said, I already know where the Cove is. I said, I
oh, okay.
understand. I get
Yeah.
it. I'll be there. You know, what
But how
time?
easy is it to, take a quick video of that and have a
Yeah.
visual
And
for
put it
someone
on
like
there.
me? I mean,
Exactly.
it sounds cool, but I'm like, no, let me get the visual. It's
Yeah.
so simple. I guess
Yeah.
so. The point that we're talking about is it doesn't have to be complicated. And, I did have to learn that lesson from you because that's literally what you told me January this year, that just put it out there, don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
And that's basically what we're saying. These are simple touches.
Keep it
Everything that
simple.
we mentioned was very simple,
Keep it
you
simple.
know.
That's all you got to do is keep it simple. Anyway, all right. So we're over time. We're like at 10:05. You know, the last couple Mondays, we've been over time. Is that because we just have so much to talk about, or is it you? I think it's more you. You're starting to be this little chatty Cathy.
I mean, you want me to cut off? I'll cut off. I'm just going by what you're talking about.
No,
Want
I mean,
hard
this is
stop?
good. This is good, Tiffany. This is not a bad thing.
I
Calm
mean, you
down.
you are
Relax.
the host, but I will say, let's wrap it up. I have a flight to catch.
What time's your
That's what
flight?
I could say.
What time's your flight?
This afternoon.
Oh, you want to give us a time? Okay, yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want people meeting you at the airport, huh?
No, because okay. So here's the thing. I gotta calculate my transportation to the airport, and then so my clear just expired. So
Okay, are you going to read it? No, wait. You don't have
okay, we're
global.
not. See, I'm not bringing this up. I'm not bringing this up. I
You
will.
don't
I I will be applying for global. I will be applying for
you don't
global.
have TSA pre-check?
No, but
Well,
so I have to renew my clear so I can be escorted to the front of the line. But if
that
it doesn't
ain't
come in
shit.
time,
Okay, let me tell you this. I have clear too. I've had clear for years, right?
don't talk about clear.
But that ain't
I love
shit
it.
now. Okay.
I love clear. I love being escorted to the front.
Oh, that's fine, but escorted to the line that's non-TSA. It's not, it ain't that ain't nothing.
Last time I got
If
see
you're
how
escorted to the front of the line at TSA pre-check, now that's good. Okay, so
well, when I get to the front of the line, I go to the
get the no, I'm telling you, I'm
well, the
telling you.
last time I did it, I got escorted to the front of the line and I went through and then I had that random take your shoes off check.
See, you don't have to take your shoes off or take your laptops out
And I'm the
if you're
only one
TSA
who gets it. I
pre-check.
feel like, okay, you're right. But anyway, so that's my hesitation. I think I need to show up to the airport a little bit earlier than normal.
No, you do anyway because of the
So,
holidays.
oh, see, yeah,
Yeah, you need to be there a couple hours, if not about 3 hours before. I'm
Oh,
gonna say
okay.
about
If
3
that's the
hours
case,
before, and especially you flying what out of O'Hare or Midway,
midway.
either one. Chicago is crazy anyway. I hate flying in Chicago, so get there about 3 hours early.
Well, that means I need to leave now.
Then get up this damn line and do it.
It's been real. So I have to go.
And we know that you're not packed either.
This
You
is
haven't even
awful.
started. You haven't
I
even
did
started.
start. It's a suitcase of stuff. Oh
That's
my
ridiculous.
gosh.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
That's ridiculous. I
I
don't
know.
get it. I
I
don't
know.
get it. But hey,
Till
it ain't
next
for me to
time.
get. I'm not the one that has to travel today. So I ain't the crazy one that's traveling today. So, but anyway, this has been good. Anything else? What about you got any updates? I mean, real quick, you got any updates on anything we talked about last week?
Oh no. I
Mm-mm.
no.
You sure?
Yeah. Because that's a
Okay.
whole other story. We don't have time for all that. To be
Okay.
continued.
So you table that till for next week. Are we on for
Sure.
next week? What's next week's date?
Next
7 days from
Monday.
now, the 29th. Yeah. So we're
Yeah,
on for Monday,
I
right?
guess we could do Monday. Yeah. I'm
You
flying
do it.
there too, but it's not until late. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
let's do
Okay.
it.
So let's, yeah, all right. Well, looking forward to that. So, okay. Well, thank you so much. And let me just thank some people here. I see the people on IG. See, I didn't get the IG thing at first, but now I do. I know how to copy and paste the streaming card or whatever the heck it's called.
Okay.
So I'm good at it now. I'm an expert now, right? So Marsha, thank you. iClub Love, iClub D Love, Benny Smith, oh, well, that's Marsha again. Jamila, Tryon, Kaya Girl, appreciate you guys coming on. And anyone, LinkedIn, where else? LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. I'm sorry. So appreciate you guys coming on. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Till
Happy
next time.
holidays. Play some holiday music. Would you say? Yeah, until next time. So anyway, safe travels for you.
Thank you. Thank
Don't
you.
be out there being crazy. Make sure you leave clear alone and just go with the TSA pre-check.
No, I told you I like to escort. I like to be
Okay.
escorted.
Okay. It TSA pre-check is only like $108. Okay.
No, I'm
Just
gonna
do
get
that.
global. I like to be out the
It's
country,
the
so
same. You
global.
get one and the same. It's the same thing. It's on
All
the
right.
same application.
It's on the list. I'm working on it.
Okay. Well, you need to get it. You need to get it going, lady. As much as you travel, are you kidding
I'm
me?
working on it.
Anyway, whatever. Don't do it. You know what? In fact, don't do it.
You know what?
Don't
Stop.
do
You're
it.
gonna have me. You're gonna have wish bad luck on me, and I'll miss my flight because I'll be staying in line, still in line. So
Well, you
no,
should be at the airport now. If your
I
flight is
am.
if
You
your
know I
flight
still
is
have
in
to pack.
3 hours, if you're flying out of Chicago, I don't care what airline it is, and your flight is in 3 hours, you're already late.
I'm taking. You know what? I'm gonna do a live when I get to it. When I get on my plane, saying you were wrong. I did it. I got packed, ready to go on the flight.
Please
I'll
do.
do
Please
live.
do. I want to see this.
Three
Please
hours.
do. And show me those damn lines. Show me them damn lines.
I
Show the
will.
line.
Live from Midway Airport coming soon. All right. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going live. I'm going live on Instagram. That's like I can't do this whole multi-stream like you. I'm just going on Instagram. That's all I know.
Whatever. Anyway, you guys join me tomorrow as well. I am doing On Air with Russell of Hotels tomorrow. That's Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. So
All right.
please feel free to check that out as well on the same platform. So nothing's changed. Just tune in. Everything will be the same. Okay. So anyway, that's it. So thank you so much, Miss Tiffany. Appreciate you coming on.
All right.
Happy travels to you. And once again, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and the family.
Thank you.
So
You as well.
yeah. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Till
Sounds
next
good.
time. Bye.